Okay, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The reason that everything is a little bit discombobulated is because we have blues royalty with us tonight. Thanks to Enrico, my number one organiser of things interviewing. Enrico, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
We're going to get back to talking about the AMC in a little while.
Sure.
But firstly, in no particular order, welcome to Dave Blight.
Oh, good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm pretty good, mate.
For all those people who don't know, and you bloody well should, if you listen to the blues program, Dave Blight, one of our premier harpists here in Australia, the world, should I say?
Oh, thank you.
That's okay. Like I said, in no particular order, but I'd like to extend a great big Blues Around the Coast welcome to Gwyn Ashton, our special guest tonight, who's working under duress with a pretty dodgy set of headphones.
Absolutely. Wonderful to be here.
How are you, sir?
Out of this here, I'm good.
I'll swap your shitty ones with mine in a minute.
Okay.
We'll try and get you a better pair. Community radio, it's best. Gwyn, probably to a lot of people who know the blues, has been around for a long time playing some fantastic blues all over the world.
Yeah, and beyond.
And beyond, and would you...
Galactic.
Intergalactic. Would you class yourself as a Wales boy, a Welsh boy, or an Adelaide boy?
A bit of both, really. I mean, I was born there, but grew up in Adelaide, so I'm more Adelaide than anything else, but if I'm in Wales on a Welsh radio station, I'm definitely more Welsh.
Do you put on the yucky da stuff, or...
No.
You left Wales at an early age?
Yeah, very early.
Good on you. And lived in Adelaide until when?
I left in '83 to go to Sydney.
Right.
And then I came back for a year, and then I went to Melbourne for 5 years in 1991. Then I pushed off over to the UK.
And I've been playing the blues ever since. Everywhere you've been and done...
Well, it was before.
Mighty stuff.
Yeah, thank you.
I read in an article that you gave up everything for the blues. It said something in there, the answer to a question in the article was no kids, no mortgage, because you dedicated yourself to the blues. Is that
that was just the lifestyle I chose to take.
Is that still the case now?
Yeah, I've got a whole bunch of guitars now instead of kids. I'm a big enough kid for anybody to look after.
And no mortgage?
No.
Have you got a home that you call home, or...?
Yeah. Well... Yeah, I've got a home base.
Yeah,
in Britain, but I belong here really.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you speak like an Aussie. That's a good start.
Well, yeah.
And you're going to be making some music with Enrico
and Dave.
Yeah. Whereabouts?
You mean not tonight? You mean outside?
No. Well, we're going to make some music in a minute, but you guys are doing a record. Did you say?
Oh, we're cutting a track. At Mix Masters up in Hawthorne Dean McWordley studio on Friday, one of Gwyn's original compositions. So I don't know much more about it than you do, actually. I'm waiting for Gwyn to tell me.
Yeah, I don't know anything about it either.
It's a secret.
Absolutely. It's all kept under wraps. We don't see it. You've got to be in the club.
Oh, I thought it was the drummer that was always kept in the dark.
No.
Not this one.
Not this one. Dave, what have you been doing lately?
Just lately I've been probably, mostly just playing around with Mick Kidd up in the hills.
Yep.
And various places. I did an album with him, a CD with him called Winter Sun a little while back, and he's we were just playing around, sort of taking that out with us.
Your harmonica for hire. Anybody who rings up who wants you to appear on their album, you turn up and do the stuff.
That's it. Just offer me several $1,000s.
That's fine.
I'll be there. Yeah.
we
Can I say that? No, actually.
We can't stump up
2 glasses of beer.
That's more
like it.
Well, couple of bottles of red is probably about it. Enrico, we got some Adelaide Music Collective stuff coming up.
Well, we have.
On Friday the 10th of April, 7:30 at the good old Goodwood Institute back there.
Yep.
Archie Roach, these are the people who are going to be inducted into the Adelaide Music Collective Adelaide South Australian Hall of Fame. Archie Roach?
Yes.
Mark Holden?
Yes.
The Yearlings?
No, they're performing. If you look a little bit further down...
look, all right then.
You'll see.
I'm reading it.
The Yearlings are performing.
And Max Savage is performing.
That's correct. Who's just finished playing at WOMAD.
And the ones who are going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame are Archie Roach and Ruby Hunter.
Yes.
Mark Holden, Paddy McCartney, from the Twilights, and Peter Bright Oak from the Twilights as well. Goodwin Institute, Friday the 10th of April, 7:30. Everybody knows all about this, but we don't mind telling them again, so get there early, and that'll be a damn fine night. Anything else you need to add to that, my man?
No, it's the first of our series of 6 again this year. We did 6 last year, as you know.
Yep.
And you came to a few of them, and this is the first of our series for this year. And to be honest with you, Dave Blight has only just agreed to perform on July the 10th with Mick Kidd at our 3rd of the series this year.
Fantastic.
And that night we will have Eric Bogle, Trev Warner, both playing and being inducted in the Hall of Fame, and a few other performers.
Gwyn Ashton, when's he going to be inducted into the Hall of Fame?
He has already been inducted. Do you remember? You were there that night, weren't you? That was that 2 bottles of wine, red wine you're talking about.
I couldn't stump up the bribery money that night, apparently. I missed that.
No, Gwyn was inducted at the Mortlock Library, the AMC sessions of the Mortlock Library, February the 12th or 10th or something, 9th.
Oh, yes. Sorry, I was there, but I wasn't there when the gong was actually handed over, if you know what I mean.
Gwyn, I knew Gwyn was coming back, and we organised it, the fact, to surprise him, but he found out in the end because I had to nominate him. He accepted the nomination, and he was inducted, and I performed with him on that night in the magnificent Mortlock Library in the Chambers. And
he did a pretty good job too.
He did a very good job. Well, me or you?
Yeah, you did.
No, but Gwyn deservedly was inducted and will be going up in that roll of honour board and joining his peers and contemporaries.
Fantastic. Hey, listen, we'll play a few little promos and stings.
Sure.
And that gives you guys just 3 or 4 minutes to work out what song you're going to play. And
I'm not going to tell them.
I'm not going to announce it. No. After that, we'll come back and you can rip into it, or we can play some more songs. Totally up to you guys.
Right.
In a world populated by gift vouchers,
You have those.
one gift voucher dominates. From the geniuses at Wallace Cinemas comes the latest in a long line of gift vouchers. A gift voucher so good you won't want to give it back. Wallace Cinemas gift vouchers. Gift vouchers for the movies or drive-in. It's a gift worth giving or receiving. Only at wallace.com.au.
Coast FM sponsor.
If you would like to buy a South Australian-made bicycle or a pair of locally manufactured bifocals, all you need to do is just look for the Buy SA logo, which tells you that the business you're supporting or the product you're choosing is produced, created or even grown right here in South Australia. And that means the advantages to the local economy are, by the way, sensational. Next time you're shopping, look for the Buy SA logo or visit buysouthaustralian.com.au.
You're listening to Adelaide's 88.7 Coast FM.
Fish like Peter, pray like Paul. Judgment day comes, that's all, that's all. To have a good time. We want to have a good time. We want to have a good time. We want to rock and roll all night long. My money on my clothes. I never have to worry 'cause I have little rolls to have a good time. Oh, to have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna rock and roll all night long. On my clothes. I never had to worry 'cause I have little rolls to have a good time. Oh, to have a good time. We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna rock and roll all night long.
latest addition to supergroups here at Glandor. Gwyn Ashton, Dave Blight, Enrico Moreno. How about that, guys? Did that track have a name?
No, not at all.
You just made it up as you went. You just made it up as you went along, didn't you?
Yeah, I kind of had an idea a while ago about it.
And for those people who don't know, you're playing a resonator.
Yeah, it's my travel guitar.
That's the one you take with you everywhere.
The one I leave in Adelaide.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you
just pull it out now? When I get. It's broken. It's got a broken neck.
It looks all right. She's well worn. Travelled a few years.
Yeah.
Kept you good company over the years, I suppose.
I bought this one in Germany actually.
Did
it was
you?
like €200 or something. It was a cheap one.
Okay.
Because
Doesn't
it was
matter.
broken, so I had it glued up and.
Sometimes the cheapest are the best, aren't they?
Yeah.
Do you, as a guitarist, do you need to practice every day, or can you put it down for?
I should. And
you should.
Sometimes I play like I should.
No.
But but I don't. There's too many other things to do these days with the do-it-yourself music industry that we all have to be a part of.
Please explain. What? Working with computers and synthesizers and stuff like that?
No, not so much synthesizers, but having to do like the whole music industry just sort of collapsed basically, and now you have to it's very rare to get a record deal and get lots of money in advances and whatever, so you've just got to do it all yourself. You've got to make the decisions, produce your own albums, do your own graphic artwork. Does
that apply to other genres or specifically to the blues, or more to the blues than anything?
I think the whole industry, the whole independent industry has gone that way. So you've just got to be pretty savvy with computers and technology and try to keep up with some of it. I mean, it stumps me. So I'm a terrible record company. I'm looking for a better deal. I want to fire me.
But does that mean that
I suck?
That doesn't mean that you're not a very good self-promoter, though. I mean, you obviously organise your own gigs, do you? Or?
Well, I have promoters in various countries, and I mean, I just got offered some work in Norway, somewhere over there, and Russia. Just sort of one-off gigs. They're going to fly me around the place.
Okay. There is a huge blues scene in the Scandinavian countries, I believe. Have you toured there? Or?
All over Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Belgium.
Finland quite a lot.
Yeah.
That's not Scandinavia.
Yeah.
That's the Benelux.
Is it?
But I'll forgive you for that.
Oh, no, I did. I wasn't paying attention at school. I failed plasticine. That's how well I was going.
I got a black belt in origami.
Me too, yeah. Dave Blight.
Look how I'm going to fold you to death.
No, look. I've got a black belt in origami, but it's holding my pants up at the moment. Hey, Blight, the harmonica is a truly specific, almost blues instrument, isn't it? Really?
Well, very much so. I mean, that's kind of what we recognise it as now. I mean, we've got harmonica in country music, folk music, and all sorts of things, really. But I guess most people will recognise it as being part of the whole blues thing. It's come down to us from the 50s and the Chicago blues.
Even earlier than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Much
it was
earlier than
it
that,
was portable music, wasn't it? Every time they had a break in doing something, there would be somebody who would pull a harmonica out of his pocket, and next minute you've got gospel happening or something like that.
Yeah, pretty handy little instrument. Yeah.
Another very underrated instrument is the kazoo. I always thought the kazoo was highly underrated. Hey, there you go. That's something else you can stick in your pocket. Enrico, what else is coming up that we need to know about here at Adelaide?
I don't have a kazoo. That's
not that you can show us anyhow.
You said you had one. Now get out.
What's happening in Adelaide? I mean,
I've got a gig Saturday.
Get out of Dodge. Whereabouts are you playing?
Glanville at the Cumberland Arms.
The Cumberland Arms at Glanville.
I believe that Dave is sounded like Porky Pig then.
You did?
I believe that Dave is going to come along and
help you out.
I'm still not sure on that one yet.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Come on, guys, you musos stick together.
It's Richard Simmons' birthday.
Is it?
It's going to be
from
a big party
Savoy
night.
Brown.
Him behind you.
No, it's right. There is a guy taking photos here as we speak. I hope this is not going on the family album, is it?
The video.
This interview that I keep on asking you questions from is from the Blues magazine, which is a British magazine. 2013, you were interviewed on that, or for that. Something here, you've got rather irate, and I get irate. I get irate. I know.
We're not going to get political.
No. Just what's the language? But
I've annoyed enough people over in England.
Well, you have. I gathered that from reading the article, but you really did pay out tribute bands and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, that's all right.
I thought you were
going to say something else.
Thank you. Get politically correct. I mean, I know you
deserve it. They deserve it.
Yeah,
there are certain things in here which I 110% agree with. I mean,
come on, you don't get dressed up as Batman after you're 8 years old.
No.
Really? I mean,
hang on, wait a minute. There's nothing wrong with that. That's perfectly fine.
Make your own mistakes and live.
Well, Judy Garland said, and I quote, "It's better to be a first-rate version of yourself than a second-rate version of somebody else," or something like that, wasn't it?
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Nicely put, Judy.
Judy was
tribute
she was
bands.
rock and roll.
Yeah, tribute bands dumb down the audience for easy money.
Yeah.
That pretty much sums it up, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, a lot of my friends play in tribute bands. Well, they used to be my friends until I wrote that.
Right.
But surely,
it's cabaret.
Surely,
cabaret. It's a rock and roll circuit.
Surely this great genre of blues, there aren't any blues tributes band floating around making out their muddy waters, are there?
Well, I'm not talking about the blues
You
band.
weren't.
I mean, the blues is a sort of music that gets handed down and whatnot. There's not a lot original in the blues today, obviously, but it's still... It's a lyrical thing that you write about your own experiences. I mean, you could borrow melodies or whatever from all sorts of music, but really, I mean, to me, being a musician is having your own voice and having your own opinions and having your own problems in life and writing about it. You know, experiences.
Exactly right.
That's what it is.
Live in the blues.
Well, but that applies to all forms of music as well. I mean, Americana or country or jazz or whatever. Everybody's got their own voice. I mean, Miles Davis didn't go copy. Tell me somebody else.
Charles Mingus?
Yeah, that's it.
Somebody like that.
I think one of the problems with that whole thing is that it's usurped the place of original music, and that's the problem that I have with
thing,
that. Yeah. I mean, 30, 40 years ago, right around Australia, you had great original bands coming over and playing original music all the time. Everywhere there was original bands. These days, there's cover bands everywhere. And I think that's the problem. Everyone's so used to going and seeing cover bands. You go out and play an original gig, original music at a gig, and you have people standing there saying, "Do you play something we know?" You know, and it's no, quite honestly.
Yeah, I'm totally on Gwyn's side, and
it's dumbing down the audience, and it's creating an expectation that every band should dress up as Angus Young, or put a wig on and try to be Robert Plant.
Go and put if you're going to do that, go and put a Ronald McDonald clown suit on and stand outside McDonald's.
Yeah,
don't stuff around with the music.
Exactly, I mean, there have always been show bands, cabaret bands, 60-40 bands in Adelaide, South Australia. But they had their own little circuit, which the rock and roll bands never, the original bands, recording bands or whatever, they didn't want to know about that circuit, and they had their own crowds. But now it's kind of transferred over to the rock circuit. I'm not sure about Adelaide. I'm just speaking about England because that's where I live.
Everywhere is pretty much the same now, and it's just
It's okay for working men's clubs or whatever. You have RSL clubs or whatever.
The Legion.
Got its place. There's no problem with that.
Yeah, the Legion clubs in England would have cover bands spread every night of the week, wouldn't they?
I don't know.
They're the equivalent of our RSL.
The British Legions.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, karaoke and all sorts of rubbish.
Good on you.
But you know, I mean, if a music industry or any industry is going to survive and flourish, and the music industry has brought in more money for a lot of governments in the world when they take notice of it and promote it, like in America, for instance. I mean, it's a huge revenue earner for the government and for everybody. Yeah. But when you get these guys, dressing up as clowns and trying to be somebody else and
there are distinctly different types of musicians. I found when I was living in London for all those years and worked with so many different musicians from different walks of life, that there is a distinct delineated line. When I met a musician like Dave or Gwyn, or even all the great musicians I've been lucky enough to play with who are original artists, they're certainly a different animal than to a musician who plays in cover bands or
Yeah.
tribute bands.
Oh, yeah.
One is an artist and one is
A
a
cabaret
musician
artist.
who plays other people's music.
Yeah.
And I
An
get on...
entertainer.
An entertainer, exactly.
You need to be entertaining, but you don't have to be an entertainer.
That's right.
Yeah, no, there was the answer that I wanted to. It was all in front of me, and the answer of this interview that you did back in 2013. But I'd rather hear it from you. Pretty standard question, I guess you get asked by everybody.
I've made these comments on Facebook, and I've had people unfriending me. I've had death
I've
threats.
seen a couple of them now. They
Yeah.
get pretty irate.
Yeah, they
Matter
do.
of fact, as we speak now, there is a group of people forming with placards
And
down with
pitchforks
Gwyn. You know, as we speak, I can see them there.
That's the cleaning crew. They're coming in after you bozos have gone and clean up the place. Pretty standard question now. Blues filtered down to you from your parents, or did an artist click it on for you, or a particular guitarist, or what? How did it happen for you?
Well,
Did you hear blues played around the house by your parents?
No, not at all. A friend of mine took me to see Smokestack Lightning, that Adelaide band.
Yep.
That was about 1970.
At the Eagle Hotel, probably.
No, it was the Aldgate Pump House. And that just changed my life. The next day I went, I need to get some of these records, so he took me out shopping and I got the Blues, the Blues Breakers album
Yeah.
with Clapton, and ended up just getting all this stuff from people that could see that I'd discovered this stuff that I'd never heard before. And I've still got the records. I never gave them back.
It was like a light went on somewhere.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
Instantly.
You said you've got the records. As you tour around, do you cart a whole suitcase of CDs with you, or do you pick them up?
Basically.
You pick them up as you go along, or
what, my own, or
yeah, your
sell?
own listening stuff.
Oh no, I've got everything on my iPhone.
Have you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That sums it. I should have known that, shouldn't I?
You're about 20 years behind the time.
I told you before, I still get my mail delivered by carrier pigeon. All right? Just leave me alone.
Has got a post stamp.
Hey.
I send up smoke signals.
Go and play in the minefield, Enrico. Dave Blight, the harmonica for you was the instrument that sort of did it for you.
And funnily enough, Smokestack Lightning was one of the bands that I saw myself that really kind of switched things on for me, which is amazing. Yes, harmonica. Sorry, what did you say?
I had
it in my mind. Smokestack
I
Lightning.
always like to see people fumble with an answer.
No, I just wanted to get it out while I thought of it. It's amazing, sort of that here we are in Adelaide, and sort of Smokestack Lightning was probably one of the first bands that I saw with a harmonica player in it that was who played really well.
Because of the name, were they sort of playing Howlin' Wolf stuff, or
they were playing
everything,
all of the stuff that I'd never heard before, all the Little Walter stuff, and Sonny Boy Williamson and Howlin' Wolf, and all that great chess stuff, and it was a great band.
James Cotton. Now, we've all got our favourite harmonica players. You probably have.
Yes, and he's not one of them.
Thank bloody Christ, we're all different, eh?
Absolutely.
James Cotton to me is, but I wouldn't have a clue who your favourite is. Would it be Little Walter? Or?
When Paul Butterfield, Sonny Boy Williamson, and Little Walter were the three harp players that really kind of turned me on. But before that, the first thing that I ever heard of harmonica that really kind of grabbed me and just made me say, okay, right, I want to know what that is and pursue that, was Robert Plant playing Bring It On Home on the second Led Zeppelin album, which was a Sonny Boy Williamson song. And he was kind of like emulating the whole Sonny Boy Williamson thing. And I heard that late one night lying in bed. My brother had the radio on. That was the first thing that ever really grabbed me. I thought, my God, what is that? Yeah.
And almost the next day raced out and bought a harmonica, or?
Well, I certainly raced out the next day and grabbed the Led Zeppelin 2 album. And then Led Zeppelin 1, and then sort of and then kind of followed it back through Robert Plant talking about who these people were that influenced him. So he was a huge influence on him.
It's amazing. Well, no, it's not amazing. It's interesting that you should mention Led Zeppelin. There are arguments floating around the place from some of the listeners. I'm surprised they haven't rung out. who don't consider Led Zeppelin a blues band.
Oh, they were very much a blues band when they started up, and the way that the phrasing that Jimmy Page uses and the phrasing that Robert Plant uses. I still think that Robert Plant is probably the finest singer I've ever heard. When you listen to something like Since I've Been Loving You, to me there is nothing finer than his vocal delivery on that.
His voice takes the part of virtually two other instruments for the whole band almost.
Absolutely.
Doesn't it?
Just his phrasing, his timing, it is just absolutely superb. And that was one of the things that taught me a lot about phrasing with harmonica as well.
Yeah.
Not only listening to harmonica players, but listening to singers, good singers, and good guitarists.
Hey, listen, it is fantastic. We're going to be back with these guys, the Glandor Supergroup, after a few messages, and we better play some songs for the people out there who listen to Blues Around the Coast on a Tuesday night. This is a great Queensland blues band, Bluesville Station, with One Thing Blues.
I'm rolling into Hamburg. I've been away for oh so long. Been traveling around this countryside, so far from my home. I'm a million miles from your sweet smile, but you're always on my mind. Don't you know that you make me feel like the fortunate kind? And trains and driving, I've plucked up many miles. I close my eyes and all I see is your sweet smile. Well, I love the life I'm living. I didn't leave my love behind. Don't you know that you make me feel like the fortunate kind? When I'm gone, while I'm out here spending time. Don't you know that you make me feel like the fortunate kind? Well, I count up all my loose change. I'm coming back home. I'll take you somewhere, baby, where we can be alone. While the mountain trails between us didn't keep you from my mind. Don't you know that you make me feel like the fortunate kind? I'm a million miles from your sweet smile, but you're always on my mind. Don't you know that you make me feel like the fortunate kind? Yes, you do.
Called Fortunate Road, Fortunate Kind, and it's Gwyn Ashton. The name of the album is Radiogram. I'm going to let the man tell you all about it himself.
All right. Well, I recorded the album on my laptop on a farm in England, in Oxfordshire, and it's just myself and a drummer, and we were going to make it this power blues duo album, and it turned into a bit more of an epic because I put the bass on afterwards, and then I decided I wanted to get a few guest musicians on it who I'd been playing with over the course of the year, which included some of Robbie Blunt was on it, and Mark Stanway and Mo Birch from Robert Plant's Honey Drippers, and Mo sang with UB40 and Boy George Culture Club, and Mark played with Phil Lynnett's Grand Slam after the Thin Lizzy thing sort of fell apart. So I recorded that and went round a few people's houses with my laptop and captured all their performances with a sound card and a couple of microphones and whatever. I went to Kim Wilson's house in California, and he said, "Come round." I went, "Okay." So we went round there and we whacked that down, which was a real buzz.
And had a lot of fun at the same time.
Yeah, it was terrific. I mean, I tracked it myself, but I had it mixed by a guy in LA who was a producer for the Lost Prophets. So I mean, it was a real basic recording setup. One mic on the drum kit, one mic on the amp, and I did the vocals at the same time. I had the original RE20 microphone that the Suite did all their vocals on. So,
really?
Yeah, I had Brian Connolly's spit in my microphone.
Did you really?
It was really nice.
After all these years.
Delicious. Yeah, it had kind of gone a bit of a funny colour. Is
he still alive?
No.
No, that's why it's a funny colour.
Yeah.
Hey, but a lot of musos you just sit around and have a bit of fun with. And
that song was actually written about Australia. That's about... I wrote it on a train. I just bought a guitar one Christmas time in Germany. I was travelling across the country to go and see a mate up in Hamburg. And I wrote that song. I just thought, well, I want to write something about Australia. So a lot of people think it's about a person, but it's not. That's what it's about.
After travelling the world...
That's my Aussie song. Well, one of them.
No,
I've got a few.
Fortunate kind. We are very fortunate to live in this country.
We are. This is the luckiest country in the world.
You would travel overseas and say that to yourself every bloody week. Something shitty happens. You think, bloody hell, I wish I was back in the lucky country.
Oh, mate, try going to Rio or Moscow or whatever. Great places. I love visiting there. You see so much poverty and so much so hardship. You know. You see the other side of it as well, even Los Angeles. I mean, wow.
Yeah, some parts of Los Angeles you wouldn't go by yourself.
No, even though I do, but it's another story.
Good on you. Now, you're going to be playing at the Glanville...
The Cumberland Arms in Glanville on Saturday the 21st of March.
Saturday, 21st of March.
It's going to be a bit of a party. It's my last gig, my last couple of nights in town.
And you're heading
so
off to...
I want all my friends to come out and all the people that I don't even know. And it
doesn't matter.
It's Richard Simmons' birthday party as well. He's sitting right there.
He is. I
think you're going to have to do it.
I've got a gig the night before and I've got a gig the night after.
He won't mind me saying that. But he is, every time I see him, absolutely spectacular on a guitar.
Oh, he always was.
Always?
Yeah.
So back when you lived in Adelaide...
And he makes a great curry too.
Does he?
He does.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, he makes a mean curry.
Bugger the musical stories. What's the recipe? What does he put in the curry that makes it so good?
No, I can't tell you that.
Some brown tomato cookies or something, or what?
Well, actually, I've got
hello, who are you?
I don't want to talk about curry.
Where'd you come from?
I'm so ensconced in what's going on here.
I told you before, don't use big words on this show.
Okay, I'm in trance by the whole thing. But forgetting the curry, 3 weeks ago we were at the Singing Gallery in McLaren Vale. On the same stage, Gwyn Ashton, Chris Finnan, Trapper, and myself all playing.
Trapper?
And Richard. Sorry, I told
Richard Simmons.
Absolutely.
No, he's the forgotten man in the studio. Richard Simmons is the roadie, but what instrument do you play? Guitar. Well, how come you're not sort of, famous?
He hasn't earned
Or are you?
I've got many CDs out. 17 in 5 years in the States.
What's going on here?
One day somebody's going to buy one. It's got to keep making until somebody buys one.
Just give me time and I'll get some people to come around and you can sell them out the front here at Coast FM at midnight when you leave. You might sell one or two.
20 by then.
20 by then.
He's only got one copy of each album.
It is
25 albums.
It is 11 o'clock here at 88.7 Coast FM, Blues Around the Coast with the Glandor Supergroup. We're going to... where is it? I've lost the weather, so we're not going to bother about the weather. Hey, how quickly can you guys just zap into another song for me?
Same key.
Absolutely. Just play the same song as you did before. Nobody will notice.
We'll notice.
Can I have a curry while we're waiting?
Yeah, I'm hungry now. Just a shuffle. Oh yeah. Lugger.
arguing, baby. Every day we have a fight, but I keep hanging in with all my might. You keep telling stories that can be true. Arguing, baby, where I get to you. Mama said, son, you gotta leave that girl alone. If you don't, God shouts, she's gonna leave you on the road. You're lying, you're cheating too. I ain't gonna miss all those little things you do. What really sucks is your attitude. I have to say this happened. Mama said, son, you gotta leave that girl alone. If you don't watch out, she's gonna leave you on the road. I wanna try.
I don't know about you listening, but I'm having a party in my pants. That's Gwyn Ashton, Dave Blight, Enrico.
Are we invited?
Yeah, the Glandor Supergroup. It's been a blast, guys, but it's only 11:05, so we're going to play a little bit more Aussie music and get back to you, and we can talk about anything you like, as long as it's reasonably politically correct. But we don't give a shit. We don't give a shit in here.
No wrong, shake it all night long. Yeah, shake it all night long. When we get together, we shake a boogie all night long. Never gonna leave my baby. I'm never gonna let her go. She tells me that she loves me, always thinking of me, always coming back for more. Shake it all night long. Yeah, shake it all night long. When we get together, we shake and boogie all night long. Telephone rings, my baby's on the line. Says she can't sleep, she needs a real good time. Says she's gonna leave me, never let me go. Before I put that phone down, she's knocking on my door. Never gonna leave my baby, never gonna let her go. She tells me that she loves me, always thinking of me, always coming back for more. Shake it all night long. Yeah, boogie all night long. When we get together, we shake and boogie all night long. put that phone down, she's knocking on my door. Never gonna leave my baby, never gonna let me go. She's a lump of sugar, big ball of fire. Never gonna do me no wrong. Shake it all night long. Yeah, shake it all night long. When we get together, we shake it boogie all night long. Yeah, shake it all night long. Boogie all night long. When we get together, shake it boogie all night long. Shake it boogie all night long. It was the evening meal, no different from the rest. Her story fell apart, it couldn't stand the test. There was a cold wind blowing, a cold wind blowing, a cold wind blowing, blowing across the heart, a cold wind blowing. She was evil from the start, a cold wind blowing, blowing right across the heart, a cold wind blowing, blowing right across the heart. She said she never needed me, she took all I gave. I got nothing in return. Goodbye was just a wave. There was a cold wind blowing, a cold wind blowing, a cold wind blowing, blowing across my heart, a cold wind blowing. She was evil from the start, a cold wind blowing, blowing right across the heart. Like a change of scenery every now and then. The reason became plain. She was out with other men. There was a cold wind blowing, a cold wind blowing, a cold wind blowing, blowing across the heart, a cold wind blowing. She was evil from the start, a cold wind
Before that little break there, we had Chain with Cold Wind Blowing. This is Chain's, what would it be called? A lot of different stuff on there than I've ever heard of. It's the last one they put out, but great band. And also a track from a radiogram from Gwyn Ashton that was called Blues for Roy, and he's going to tell you all about that right now.
That was a tribute to Roy Buchanan, one of my favourite guitar players on the planet.
Yep.
And I just wanted to sort of give a bit of a nod to him. He's not around anymore. He died tragically a few years ago, and
hung himself in a jail cell in Southern America.
They say that.
There's always been a bit of contention about that, wasn't there? They reckon the cops might have sort of had something to do with it.
Well, there's always that conspiracy. Who knows?
Don't know. But it did rob the world of a great guitarist.
Yep. And the world needs to hear of him because he was fantastic.
Yeah, it's amazing how the good ones always sort of, unfortunately, get taken from us, don't they? Just in case you're wondering, it's Blues Around the Coast, all this blather we've been going on about tonight. It's 22 minutes past 11. Gwyn Ashton, Dave Blight, and the drummer. the drummer always has the last word on bloody records. Haven't you noticed that? There's always that little bump at the end there. The drummer always has the last word on recording, so you're going to be last in line. But you're going to tell us about some up-and-coming people who are inducted into the Hall of Fame, aren't you, drummer?
Oh, yeah, I just received a text from B. Birtles in the States,
yep.
from LRB. We're talking to B, but when he's coming back to Australia, to Adelaide, I think he still has some family here to be inducted. I also spoke to Bill Chambers today, Casey Chambers' father, about being inducted, and so hopefully Casey as well. So that's happening later on this year. And Trev Warner, Eric Bogle, Patsy Biscoe. April the 10th we have Archie Roach, Ruby Hunter, as we discussed,
yep.
and two of the remaining members of the original Twilights that hadn't been inducted,
yep.
Peter Brightoak and Paddy McCartney, because we've already done Glenn Shorrock, and John Bywaters, and who was the fifth member? Well, two of the drummers are both passed on now, unfortunately. Oh, Terry Britton.
Yep.
And we were talking to Dave Blight a moment ago about Dave Blight. And
about Terry Britton?
No. About people that have been offered or have been nominated to be inducted in the South Australian Music Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Declined the honour. Terry Britton and Uncle John Ayres from Fraternity and Dave Blight, the man behind me, and next to me, are three people who've been nominated and been endorsed and have, for various reasons and justifiable ones, have declined the offer. But Terry Britton, who was with the Twilights, and has been living in England for many, many years. I mean, he's getting on a bit now, but he wrote all those great songs for Tina Turner and a number of other people. Also declined to be inducted, only because he's just a very shy man, a very personal man, and would rather not be. But the other thing that I should tell you is that I might be being flown to England, and not with my own money because I don't have any, nor does the South Australian Music Hall of Fame, to
dear idea.
Nor does any musician.
No.
Shall we pass the hat?
No. Oh, yeah, I can do that.
Hey?
But there is some sort of funding coming our way to fly me to England to induct Sir Robert Stigwood, who's an Adelaidean.
He is, correct.
So that's...
Why didn't you fly me out?
Yeah.
Well, sorry.
Yeah.
I knew this was end up wobbly. All of a sudden he gets...
I'm inducted, but I had to pay for my air ticket.
Yeah, exactly. Where did you have to come from? Kangaroo Island or something?
I don't even want to go. I used to live in England for 15 years. I don't fancy getting on a plane for 2 days, be there for 2 days.
I'll be there. I'll do it for you.
You get famous and you forget about all
the
mates.
Give me the airfare.
No, but that's all the latest insofar as the South Australian Music Hall of Fame and the AMC.
Fantastic.
So we can get back to playing blues and talking to Gwyn and talking
yes,
to...
we are going to talk... what other track was that?
Let Me In is
track 3.
Yeah, I had a great guest on that too. Yeah. Johnny Mastro, a harmonica player from Mama's Boys in Los Angeles.
Okay.
Great band, I think from Long Beach.
Right. Well, we'll give me a couple of seconds here, and we're going to play it, and then we'll get back and talk a little bit more about it, shall we?
Yeah.
Blues Around the Coast, as I said before, with Gwyn Ashton, Dave Blight, Enrico Marina, and the roadie, Simo. who is at this moment taking photos of his thumb with a mobile camera thingy-majig.
He's got very nice stuff.
You don't know how to work that, do you?
Very nice.
You've got no idea. Track 3 I've got written here. Let Me In, from the album Radiogram. Gwyn Ashton, who was in the studio with us alongside of harmonica great Dave Blight and drummer ordinary Enrico.
And a drummer.
And the drummer.
drummer.
Gwyn Ashton and friends, and you can tell us who those friends are going to be. 21st of March, Cumberland Arms Hotel, Glanville, 9 o'clock. Saturday it's going to be, so get there about 8 o'clock, have a grog or two, get yourself oiled up, ready to go and applaud and scream and whatever you need to do. Who are the friends you're going to be playing with on that particular night?
I have no idea.
You have no idea. you just go
wherever I can con into it.
You just walk in and you pick a big guy who looks like he can play the drums.
Yeah.
And a little weedy
are you
guy.
doing anything Saturday night?
I'm not here. I'm busy actually.
And a little weedy guy who looks like he can play bass guitar and get him up on
No.
stage.
Pete's coming over from Melbourne.
Pete.
Yeah, to do a couple of recording sessions we've got this week. One with Chris Finnan he's playing upright bass.
Yep.
And the other one with Dave and
the
Enrico.
drummer.
And the drummer.
But it is the drummer with a capital T.
Oh.
And a capital D.
This, yeah.
With a silent R.
Sorry, I missed that. I was looking at the monitors here. What was that?
With a silent R.
So I just made that up.
You did. That's not bad.
Yeah,
you see.
That's funny.
Now, Enrico asked me to ask you whether you're going to be coming back to Australia more often and playing.
Me or him?
No, you.
Me? Oh, yeah. Well, that's my intention. I've had a wonderful trip this time. I'm doing a solo tour, basically. I'm doing the fuzzy guitar thing and bass drum and loopers and octave dividers and harmonica. And
he's not going to let you go, is he? Hey, Dave, you're going to have to turn up that night.
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, because I've got a blown A-flat harmonica and I can't buy one anyway, so you might as well come along and play it for me. That works.
That's a hell of an offer.
Yeah. So I've just done a 6-week tour across Australia.
Yep.
I flew to Melbourne, did a gig there in Newtown, flew to Adelaide, grabbed a car through thanks to Pennywise Car Rentals who lent me a car.
Wacko.
Yeah.
Pennywise.
Yeah.
Fine establishment.
And Derringer's Music who lent me a bass drum and stuff.
Yep.
And Fender Australia who lent me an amplifier. All these people are just chucking things at me. I feel so special.
That's
it's really nice.
That's really
and Strauss amplifiers who have just come back into production.
Australians don't throw stuff at just anybody, you know, do we? Us Aussies.
Stuck to me.
So you were born in Wales.
Yeah.
And came to Australia at the age of?
I was 5.
5.
Yeah, very young.
Lived in Adelaide?
I did, indeed. I went to, we moved to Glenelg, 1965. In fact, this year, January, it was 50 years since I moved to Australia and became an Australian citizen.
There you go.
Actually, I wasn't an Australian citizen until 96. I was about to leave. I wasn't a citizen. I can't believe it.
Well,
I thought, I might want to come back here one day.
Yeah, we'll pay your taxes. We need the money.
Anyway, moving along.
So
it's just the right amount of silence, wasn't it?
It was. Timing is everything.
Absolutely.
There's just that pregnant pause there for a while. And so
I want to to come back more.
Yeah,
I've just been to Tassie. I've lost everything. I lost my car keys in the CBD of Melbourne. And they got handed into the police station at 5 o'clock that evening. I got 3 parking tickets. I got to the ferry to Tasmania the next day, and they said, "Can we have your photo ID, please?" So I went to pull out my UK driver's licence, which had fallen out of my wallet while I was looking for my car keys in Melbourne. I still haven't found it. So I got to Tasmania, and I got on the ferry, $1,000 later. Good grief. Yes, I hear you all say. And my first gig was in Hobart, so I went down to Hobart, drove back to Launceston, realised that I'd left my boots in Hobart. So after Launceston, I had to go back to Hobart and do the Mona Art Gallery, which is just outside there. I got my boots back.
This is sounding more and more like Ian Moss.
Then I found out that I'd lost my loom of microphone cables.
I'm starting to think you need a bloody personal assistant or something.
Well, I do. But anyway, I got the ferry back to Melbourne, and I got off at Melbourne, went to brush my teeth, and I left my electric toothbrush and toothpaste on the ferry. So I went and bought another one.
I'm starting to think you're as dumb as you look.
I'm pretty well there.
I'm glad it's just not me getting abused.
Well, this was after when I first...
I'm going to go quickly now.
No.
This was after when I got to Sydney. I lost my wallet and my passports in my jacket, and they were in the agent's car.
You sure you haven't been riding for the Bold and the Beautiful in your spare time?
I'm still looking for my licence. I can't find my driver's licence anywhere.
It doesn't matter.
I don't think I've lost anything else.
Have you?
No.
Okay.
There's a good 10 things.
You tried very hard to.
No.
Yeah.
Well,
You did.
So I want to come back to Australia and find all these things I lost. I want to do the same gigs.
you want to come back to Australia and do it all again?
Yeah.
Well, why not?
I'll lose more things.
Whereabouts is home in England?
Worcestershire, which is sort of It's the home of heavy metal.
Is it really?
Home of a fine sauce too.
It is. I mean, that's where plants from there, Judas Priest, John Bonham, all these guys. Black Sabbath, of course.
And you've all got a local that you go down
I've
to?
got Bill Ward's old drum kit that he recorded Paranoid with, 63
really?
Ludwig.
Yeah.
You're jealous, aren't you, drummer?
I am.
Drummer?
Drummer.
So you sort of get together at the local and drink a few pints of Newcastle Brown or something?
Yeah,
or?
he doesn't talk to me much. He said some nice things about me at one stage. But,
Did he?
But I saw him at Christmas time at a party.
Oh, that's all right.
I took a little video. I should bootleg that. Yeah, he got up and sang some blues stuff with the local band. It was great.
This is fantastic, people. This is, radio at its best. It's Blues Around the Coast. It's getting closer to 12. We'll play a couple more songs. Come back with you guys. And can you do a song to take us out tonight if you're going to be here at about 3 minutes to midnight?
Yeah, I might retune and do something in a different
do
key
something,
because...
do something that goes for...
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you can.
We might even ask the drummer to join you this time.
I can actually... I've got a good story to regale.
Oh, here we go.
You all right now? Can I do it?
Yeah, why not?
When I was living in London,
here we go.
I was doing a gig with Dan Baird from the Georgia Satellites. We were doing a gig at the Astoria in London, which is a big gig.
Yep.
And I knew that Gwyn Ashton was living in London, but we hadn't caught up. And lo and behold, who was opening for Dan Baird? And the story gets even better. Apart from Gwyn being there, it was Trapper.
Really?
He's playing drums for Gwyn.
Yeah.
Get out of Dodge.
Yes, that was at the Astoria in about 1999, 2000, 2001.
That has answered a question I was going to ask you.
Yeah, we were there for 3 years.
Whether you did run into
night.
each other while you were in London.
We
so
ran
that's,
into
that's
each other.
answered that
We
question.
met there.
Yes, we met there officially, but we never worked together. I never had the opportunity because Gwyn, every time he asked me, I was busy. But he found other drummers to play with, and there we are. We met at the Astoria. I was with Dan Baird.
It's better than meeting on a dating agency, I suppose, isn't it?
So that's a true story.
That happened later.
That happened later, yeah.
Okay, a couple of songs. We're going to come back, and if you guys can get your
acts together,
stuff together at about 5 to 12, and you can take us out till midnight. How does that sound?
Yeah, why not?
Anything else you want to talk about, feel free.
I'm rolling in the Hamburg. I've been away for...
in the gutter is flowing down the spout. The reason that I'm leaving is time to get out. I gave you second chances. This time I'm through. Well, stick a fork in me, baby, 'cause I'm done with you. Well, I thought we were in love, but I guess I hardly knew you. I finally saw the light, now I see right through you. I'm taking back my heart, you can keep your attitude. Well, stick a fork in me, baby, I'm done with you. Stick a fork in me, baby, I'm done past the hot sauce, ever A1. I'm handing in my notice, I quit. You ain't getting any more than this, I'm done. Well, the kitchen's closed and my bags are packed. I'm tired of hanging around this here old chicken shack. I need a little taste of something new. Yes, I do. Stick a fork in me, baby, I'm done with you. Stick a fork in me, baby, I'm done. Stick a fork in me, baby, I'm done. Bye bye, baby, it's been fun. Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Joe Lewis Walker with Stick a Fork in Me, and a great
I played
Aussie.
with him
Did you?
in Czech Republic.
Play with
Absolutely.
everybody.
He used my amplifier.
Is
He's
there
my
any? Is there
57
anybody?
twin.
Is there anybody you
I've
haven't?
got it.
I've recorded with Joe Lewis Walker. Yeah.
Of course you have. I know at the Mustique Blues Festival. Stick a Fork in Me, Bluesville Station within there with Prowlin. It is 8 minutes to midnight. That means we've got about 8 minutes to go. The 5-minute fantastic outro that you guys are going to play. Gwyn Ashton, firstly, thank you very much for coming in.
Thanks
It's been-
for having
it's been-
me.
It's been a pleasure.
It's been wonderful coming back.
Like
It's
I
warm
said,
outside.
come back and live in
Lovely.
Australia so you can keep us all entertained with some fantastic guitar playing and the blues, man. Just keep on.
Well, you got a lot here.
Yeah,
There's a lot of competition in this place.
there is.
Absolutely.
Gwyn Ashton, thanks very much. Dave Blight,
worry.
you got a gig coming up with your son, did you say?
Not my son. No.
Grandson.
Adam doesn't play music at all. No, with Mick Kidd. I've
Mick
been
Kidd.
doing a
Well, I didn't pay attention at school, and I haven't got any bloody better, I tell you.
I thought you said
But I,
McKid.
no, but I'm overhearing.
Mick Kidd, yeah.
I'm overhearing about 5 conversations at once. So whereabouts?
What he thought you said.
Yeah, whereabouts?
That's at the Big Shed.
The big what?
The Big Shed Microbrewery,
Shed.
which is my local place of where I have a nice beverage every now and then.
Yeah.
That's on Friday night. They're having a bit of a do there.
Fantastic. Enrico, thank you very much. I know we take the mickey out of you a fair bit, but
Wake up.
you are.
I'm awake.
Oh, yeah.
You know that you're just more than the drummer because you've lined up two fantastic gentlemen here to
My
be
pleasure.
with us tonight.
And Richard.
And
Richard.
I keep on forgetting about the bloody
Don't forget Richard.
the roadie.
The little bloke
Yeah.
from the end.
No, before I go, his poster will be on my wall.
Wonderful.
But thanks for, and of course all the other stuff that you've...
My pleasure.
Oh, God.
My pleasure.
I've got to get a picture.
Thank bloody hell. Anything on his radio. Okay, guys, that's it for Blues Around the Coast for this week. The guys are going to take us out with an instrumental, and this is live. And this, don't do an instrument, you can do whatever you like. You are, after all, the man. They're going to take us out. It's been Blues Around the Coast. It's been my pleasure to have these guys here. I think we've had a bit of fun. So, we'll let them go. And that's been Blues Around the Coast. Bye for now.
And your Coast FM weather forecast for Wednesday the 18th of March. Partly cloudy, slight chance of a shower in the morning, winds west to northwesterly. Got a minimum of 18 degrees, maximum of 31 for the rest of the week. Thursday, possible shower and 29 degrees there. Friday, partly cloudy, a maximum of 24 degrees. And getting into your weekend, Saturday, sunny and 27. Good to see that wet weather turning around. It's currently the home of Coast FM.